time for us to hop into another Saturday of wrestling action. Let's get things started off this week with Angel Shay stepping into the ring. She's going one-on-one against XWC Student Tyler in his in-ring debut this week. So we've got another one going for you there that's going to be exciting for sure. In our marquee matchup, up-and-comer Blaire Dior, the finest gem in the room. He's going one-on-one against the big monster Mason, a huge task for him. But without further ado, let's go ahead and send it on down to the ring and get things started this week. And as Tyler makes his way out of the curtain for the very first time, I want to remind you that just a couple of weeks ago, Shylynn walked out of her match with Mason. We had our cameras back there when Angel caught up with her to get some answers about that.
Shylynn, question. What happened a couple weeks ago? You just walked out on your match with Mason.
What happened? What happened a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, what happened?
I'm looking for competition for a women's division.
I want a women's division here too. I would love to compete for that women's championship. The KCXW women's championship. We can build a division. We can get actual competition in here for us.
I want it now. Angel, you're not competition to me. Alright? This is not what I'm looking for. I want real competition.
Okay. But overlook me, and it'll be a big mistake.
So we can see the tempers already starting to fly between these two. Angel taking umbrage with the way Shylynn's attitude seems to have been turning over the last week or so. So we're going to see a little bit of Angel Shay. We saw some out of her in that six-pack challenge. She was just 1 second away from winning it all. Had James Moore not been able to get up to the top rope and nail that 450 splash like he did. So you can never count Angel Shay out, no matter what competition she's in. And you can be sure to count that not just today, but at New Year's Bash. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be in Lynn, Missouri, January the 14th, live and in the flesh at the State Tech Activity Center right there in Lynn. So head on down there. If you've got a student ID, you get in free. Big deal for you there. Come check out some wrestling action. KCXW at its finest for sure. Referees checking the corners. There's the call for the bell, and Saturday Slam is officially underway, folks. Angel Shay going up against Tyler in his in-ring debut. Lock up, and Tyler going for a quick pin attempt, trying for a backslide, gets Angel turned to her shoulders. 1 count only, though. Trying for a bit of a small package, can't quite get the ankle hooked, and Angel was able to kick out. So the inexperience of Tyler there may have played against him, as he wasn't able to quite get that small package. He may have gotten a better count on it. And now Tyler grabbing for the headlock, trying to stay on top of Angel Shay in the early goings. So far, Tyler's been using his speed to stay on top of Angel Shay and keep her from really getting an offense going. As Tyler works her over in the corner now with a couple of elbows. Goes to Angel across the corner. Shay turns it around and drops a line of her own right against Tyler, and he is reeling. Angel's got the hook. Northern Lights turns it over. He's got the bridge. She's only able to get 2, though, as Tyler was able to kick out. And now butterfly suplex. Tyler's in the wrong part of the ring right now. Angel's got a firm lock. Turns him over hard. Floats it over for the pin. Only able to get 2 again, though. And Tyler, got to give credit to him so far. He's kicked out of 2 huge suplexes from Angel Shay. But he looks like he's reeling. And Angel's got him up on the shoulders looking for that Samoan drop. Can't get it. No. And Tyler able to fight out. Drops the neck breaker and puts Angel down right on the back of her head. Referee sliding almost out of the ring to get the pin count. 2 count for Tyler, and that's the first 2 count for him. Getting closer and closer he is in his in-ring debut. An upset victory would be huge for Tyler here against Angel. Bashing her head into the corner. He's going to have to be careful about the rules. Referee giving him a quick reminder as he quickly does it again. Angel says no to the 3rd one. And Tyler eats the buckle on his own merit. And that one looks like it rung his bell for sure. Tyler into the far corner. Angel with another huge clothesline. Tyler stumbling out. He's on his toes. Line takes Tyler down, and Angel's starting to build up that momentum. Down goes Tyler again. Like I said earlier, this is not where he wants to be. Tyler's trapped in the corner. Angel to the far side of the ring. With momentum, huge back elbow crashes into the XWC Student, and he is barely on his feet now. Angel's got him wrapped up. Front flip Samoan. Takes Tyler down, puts him into position, and with precision, Angel puts him right where he needs him. She's going up to the top. We saw this in Destiny. There's the moonsault, folks. 1, 2, and count it out, folks. Angel Shay, your victor today. Didn't mean to rhyme, but it sounds good anyway. The moonsault does the trick for her. A valiant effort by Tyler, but Angel Shay taking the victory home. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a brand new wrestling star to introduce to you. I'm going to send it over to the voice of the board, David Catton.
This is David Catton, here talking to you, the Board of Excellence, KCXW Board of Excellence, that is. I want to introduce our newest competitor in KCXW. Come on out, Old Glory!
USA! 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 USA!
That's Old Glory! And he has a match, January 14th, Lynn, Missouri. And in a minute, you better watch out, pal.
Well, folks, it doesn't get much more straightforward than that. Old Glory's coming to Lynn, and he's looking for the Metro Championship. But before we get there, it's time for the marquee matchup, folks. Blaire Dior's looking to take on the Monster Mason. Let's get on down to the ring and get it started. And Blaire comes bursting out with energy from that curtain. And you can tell he's riding on a little bit of a different wave after his matchup last week against the Realist. Non-title matchup. He didn't come out with the victory, but I do think that the finest gem in the room put a lot of people on notice with his performance against Calvin Aldridge. I don't think the Realist was expecting him to put up the fight that he did. So be sure to watch Blaire here in the coming months because he seems to be on that upswing. But the problem with being on an upswing is the competition gets stiffer each and every time you get into the ring. And ladies and gentlemen, there is no better example of that than when you have to go one-on-one against the monster himself, Mason. And like I mentioned the last time we saw Mason, his demeanor has certainly changed over the last several weeks. His attitude has certainly changed with the addition of his shaman, his spiritual guide, I guess. I'm not too sure. Mortis the Saurus. But Mortis seems to have given Mason a new focus, a new type of drive, a new type of ruthlessness. And that's something that Blaire Dior is going to have to figure out how to contend with today. And ladies and gentlemen, you see him removing the coat and the hat, and it seems like the presence only gets larger as he bears down to the essentials. Blaire trying to psych himself up. You can see him measuring the monster, trying to figure out what he's going to have to do to go against him. And he's looking to go wrestling against him, a wrist lock. I don't know how well that's going to work. And Mason using his sheer power to just pull Blaire right into his shoulder, just trying to dislocate Dior's arm with sheer force, it looks like. And a huge left hand from Blaire, trying to shake the feeling back into that arm, but he doesn't seem to be getting a whole lot out of Mason. Mason tries for the line. Dior, with a huge springboard clothesline, is able to topple the monster, but he's a little slow to capitalize, and Mason is right back to his feet. And so Blaire's going to have to do a lot more than one big shot if he's going to look to put Mason away in this one. And Dior trying to send him off the ropes. Big old drop kick, but Mason just stays standing. He staggered him a little bit, but I think Blaire almost bounced off of that with that drop kick. A huge heavy right hand from Mason, and Blaire's trying to create some distance between him and the monster now. Blaire going up to the middle rope, a drop kick off the middle rope. That one put him down. And Mason, though he is powerful, he can be lumbering, he can be slow to move, and at times that can be his disadvantage. Mortis is up on the apron. The referee's trying to tell him to get down. And he's distracting Blaire Dior, and Mason able to move over in time and just chucks Blaire Dior off of the top rope. And Blaire landed right on his lower back, and that may have been the thing that Mason needed to turn the tide. And this was what I was talking about with Mortis Thesaurus. Mortis keeps Mason focused, and when, huge heel throw, just chucking Blaire across the ring. And when Mason seems to be losing that focus, Mortis knows what he needs to do to get the monster back on track. Lifting Blaire with ease and just carrying him into the center of the ring. A heavy sidewalk slam. Drives Dior down into the mat. Pin attempt from Mason. And Dior able to sneak his shoulder out. And Mason charging the referee. You've got to remember the rules, Mason. You can't just go attacking the official regardless of how vicious you are. Ooh! Bashing Blaire's head into the turnbuckle. You just saw Dior bounce off of there. A heavy splash from Mason into the corner. Just using his body as a weapon against Blaire Dior. And now Blaire being shot off the ropes. Oh, Mason tried for a clothesline. Dior was able to duck it. Pulls a ripcord. High knee. Staggers the monster, doesn't put him down. Dior looking for DDT. Can't do anything with it, though, and Mason just drops him with a heavy clothesline after almost heaving him into the ropes. And Mason just standing on his chest, a little bit of arrogance from the monster. And this is what I was talking about, losing focus. Mortis needs to make sure that he's keeping the... Oh, and a jawbreaker from Blaire. Dior saw the opening, and he's going to take advantage of it. A clothesline puts Mason down. Blaire's looking for something. A back elbow staggers the beast. He needs a bigger shot. Oh, a high Sabat kick to the chin will do it. Mason looks like he is down and out. Mortis takes a kick. Mortis got up on the apron for the second time, and he ate a boot for it. Dior sees his opening. He's going up to the top. Mason still down. And huge frog splash from Blaire Dior. He connected. Can he get him turned over? Ref's in position. 2. And Blaire Dior able to defeat the monster with the frog splash at the end. Blaire Dior was able to get the pin on Mason. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge performance from Blaire. Excellent work on his part tonight to put Mason down for the 3 count. Before we head off for Saturday Slam, folks, this has been Jude Vice, and I want to remind you one more time, it's coming in just 2 weeks' time. Lynn, Missouri, New Year's Bash, KCXW will be at the State Tech Activity Center. Tickets are free if you're a student. Just show that ID. Make your way on down. They're $5 otherwise, and we will see you there. See ya!